I'm Jen with Polar Pro, and this is the Pivot Shoulder Rig. At Polar Pro, we continue to expand our lineup of professional tools for cinematic production. This lightweight, adaptable shoulder rig is designed for cinematographers who need a full-featured rig at a compact size. It's ideal for travel-oriented productions or projects in the outdoor adventure space, when you don't want to sacrifice high quality for portability. So the Pivot Shoulder Rig is built for travel. Both the handles and the shoulder pad fold in for compact transportation and storage. The shoulder pad can also separate from the riser for setups that don't use an external monitor. These are 400mm LWS carbon fiber rods with M10 threaded ends. You can add extensions to the front or back for larger camera setups like those that have external batteries. The included quick release plate can slide in from the back or snap down from above. There's a 32.5 to 54.8mm riser offset range for use with a matte box. For mounting points, there are two standard ARIA rosettes on top of the handles. Unscrew and remove the cover caps to access. There are also 1/4-20 threads at the base of each handle. So the entire rig is a latch-based system and designed to be as toolless as possible. But to adjust the amount of tension in the latches, there's a 2.5mm hex key magnetically integrated on the right side of the riser. It works with all of the silver screws. Right now, the Pivot rig is in compact mode, and this is how the rig will be set up when it comes out of packaging. Flip the handles out to the sides until they lock into place. Depress the gold buttons at the top of each handle to release and rotate to your desired angle. To lengthen the handles, open these gold latches with your thumbs and move the handles down to their desired length. Once in place, use your index finger to secure the latch. There are two buttons on the back of the shoulder pad, one on each side. Press in both of them to unlock it, and the shoulder pad swings down to a vertical 90-degree position. Use the buttons again to move further to a 180-degree horizontal position. The Pivot Shoulder Rig includes a 120mm video plate, which can be installed to your camera with the included 1/4-20 or 3/8-16 screws. If needed, there are additional backup screws stored at the top of the riser. So you'll want to position your plate as close to your camera's center of mass as possible. So if you have a long or heavier lens, that means the plate is installed further forward, while a smaller, lighter lens brings the plate more centered under the camera body. When you're ready to install the plate to the shoulder rig, first open the large gold latch on the left side of the rig by pressing the secondary black button, then opening the latch. There are two options for installing the quick release plate: slide in or top click down. Slide in is designed for camera setups that include a matte box or other accessories that are fixed to the rods of the shoulder rig. This allows you to remove and reinstall the camera without needing to move or detach the matte box. Line up the plate with the back opening of the quick release. Slide the plate forward. There will be some resistance until the retaining bolt clicks into place. Test that the retaining bolt has engaged by pulling the plate backwards. You should feel a hard stop. Now move the camera to your desired position. To lock the plate, close the large gold latch on the left side of the quick release. Top click in is designed for camera setups where the accessories, if any, are attached to the camera instead of the rods. Line up the plate over the top of the quick release. Look from the back of the camera and lower the left edge of the plate about 45 degrees. Place the left edge of the plate between the retaining bolt and the angled surface on the left side until the plate is touching both the base of the quick release and the angled side. Then push the right side of the plate down until you hear a click. This click lets you know that the camera is properly installed in the quick release. Always look and confirm the plate is fully installed before removing your hands from the camera. Like the other installation method, move the camera to your desired position and close the gold latch to lock the camera in place. If you are not using an external monitor and you want to move the camera forward, release the rod clamps in front of the riser. Then press and hold the large gold button on the right side of the rig. This allows the riser to slide forward. Lock it into place by closing the rod clamps. If you are using a matte box mounted to the rods, you may need to raise the camera up to correctly align the optical centers of the camera with the matte box. To adjust the riser height, open the small gold latch on the right side of the camera rig by first pressing the secondary button and releasing the latch. Now raise the camera up until your lens is centered on the matte box. Once in position, close the small gold latch. Remember to be careful when adjusting the unlocked riser. Don't put your fingers underneath the quick release, as if the camera's dropped, that becomes a pinch point. Reverse the process by holding your camera with one hand while opening the small gold latch on the right side of the rig with the other. Lower the camera until the quick release is flush with the riser, then close the small gold latch. To remove the camera, hold it firmly with one hand, and with the other, open the large gold quick release latch on the left side of the rig. This will reveal the quick release button. Like before, there are two options for uninstalling the quick release plate: slide out or top lift. To slide out, depress the plate release button and slide the camera backwards out of the quick release. To top lift, raise the right side of the plate 45 degrees and then lift the camera straight up. Now pick up the shoulder rig and depress the gold buttons at the back of the shoulder pad, moving the lower pad up until it locks into place. If the handles are extended, open the gold latches and compress the handles to their smallest size, then close the latches. Depress the gold handle buttons and rotate the handles back until they are level with the rods. Then depress the gold button at the center of the handles to swing the arms underneath the rods to a compact position. So the pivot shoulder rig is designed to be versatile, with different shooting modes depending on your preference. This setup right now is what we call compact mode. It's best for travel, and it fits in some water bottle holders or strapped to the side of most backpacks. When both the handles and the shoulder pad are flipped down to 90 degrees, we call this setup mode. It provides 3 secure points of contact when the rig is placed on the ground, creating a stable platform to adjust your camera setup. Similar to setup mode, the shoulder rig is held in front with the foam pad pressed against the chest or hips. This allows for a lower point of view, while also giving you an extra point of contact compared to traditional handheld modes. So this is the standard on-shoulder rig position with the camera placed over the shoulder pad. It's going to be the most comfortable and it's the ideal situation, especially if you have a heavier camera or are working with longer production days. When the shoulder pad is dropped down 90 degrees, it can wrap over your shoulder. This creates another point of contact and can improve stability. If you are not using an external monitor, the riser can be detached from the shoulder pad and pushed forward. This allows you to see your camera's built-in monitor instead. Now in this mode, especially with the shoulder pad fully extended to 180 degrees, it does place more weight in your arms rather than your shoulder and is less balanced than the other positions. The shoulder pad can also be removed and installed upside down for additional positioning. Removing the shoulder pad entirely exposes the lower video plate, which can then be attached to a tripod with a compatible head. This allows you to switch quickly between a tripod setup and the shoulder rig. If you have further questions about our pivot shoulder rig, feel free to reach out to our support team or follow us on YouTube or any other social media. I'm Jen with Polar Pro. We'll see you in the next one.